And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to VKH Live. I am your host, Jeff DeWitt, and welcome to our first listening party of the day. We have a lot planned today, so we're just going to hop right into our very first one, which is SHIN. We're going to be listening through SHIN's second full album, On My Way with Innocent to You. So, tell your friends, tell your, family, tell the world that it's time. Hope everyone's doing well. I think I'm going to leave the chat up today for reactions and stuff. So just an FYI, you guys are on the stream, as you can probably tell. But yeah, so jumping into, let me talk a little bit about like my understanding of SHIN so far. So for anyone who is unfamiliar, SHIN is the former vocalist of Vivid, which was a much beloved band, very quintessential Visual K band that was on the on PSC, the label PSC. We were all very bummed out when Vivid announced they had disbanded. And so I think a lot of people were really happy to see SHIN coming back as a solo project and making the kind of music that he's been making. Because in my estimation, it's very reminiscent of Vivid, but like distilled down into like a solo project that's more about, that's focused around SHIN's personality and SHIN's style. I was listening to this first album that we've got up on screen right now. It's called Good Morning Dreamer. Came out last year, so I was listening to that in preparation for this. I was really struck by how put together his sound is right out the gate. He definitely, this guy's definitely going places as far as I'm concerned. Current favorite track is this one. It's 4444. It's a very rocking sound that I normally wouldn't, that a lot of people may not associate with someone like SHIN or Vivid, but like if you were a big Vivid fan, you know that they had like a huge rock element to their sound that was like a kind of like an undertone, and it got a lot of people. It got people like me into them in spite of the fact that they made a lot of like lighter music, a lot of like one of their singles, Blue, was used as an anime opening for Bleach, for example. But they had this rocking side to them, and SHIN seems to be preserving that to some degree. But the other songs that are more of like the traditional Vivid sound are very high quality as well. So I really think this guy's going places from what I heard on that last album. I really think I really think he's going to be. I think he's going to be a star, to be completely honest, and just looking at the PVs and stuff like that, more so than past solo projects I've seen. I don't think it's going to be a slow burn like some of these other solo projects have been. And if it does turn out to be like a slow build up, I don't think it should be like that. I think this is the kind of thing that like if he's given enough exposure, he will blow up in Japan. So. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into the album, just get right into it. So there's a link in the description to our article, which has Apple Music and Spotify links on it if you want to add it to your library, if you haven't already. We're going to listen through this together, and I am going to, pause in between and talk about how I feel about each track. I won't be playing the music on stream, obviously, for copyright reasons. So this is like a listen along for anyone that's like seeing one of these for the first time. So with that, let's go ahead and get synced. I'm going to count down and click play as I say the word play, and we will get right into it. So first up is Stay Tuned, and we will start that song now. So 3, 2, 1, play. So I guess this is an intro track. Rather ominous. Oh, static, static. Oh, here we go with some dubstep. Or some drum and bass. I like it already. Very cool. Okay. Well, there's the title track. There's the title of the album. Getting plugged. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. It's nice and heavy. Ooh, I like this already. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier with the rocking side of Vivid, now SHIN. And we have some disc scratching. Wow, he's really going for it already. This is great. Wow. Very nice, very nice switch up there from the breakdown. I like these riffs. This is solid stuff. Oh man, this is getting me psyched already. Oh wow. Okay, so I just paused it. I paused it right as it started the next track. So yeah, I'm already like hyped. That was definitely not what I was expecting. Very different from how the last album started. So very cool so far. Just gonna go ahead and jump right into this first track, which is On My Way with Innocent to You. I've seen the PV for this, but it was a little while ago. So it's gonna be like I'm listening to it for the first time. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. So 3, 2, 1, play. And immediately, like a strong anime groove. I'm liking it. Imagine this as the opener for a concert. I can already imagine how lit it would be. LOL. Says Mad Punky Heartless. Yeah, definitely. It's that was quite the intro. And then switching right into like a chill rocking sound. You know, I'm liking it. It's they're packaged really well, I guess, is how I describe it. Excuse me while I gotta take a sip of water real quick, but oh man, that was a good pop right into the intro, or right into the chorus. I approve. Very, very solid. Very solid. I mean, you can really just describe this like, you know, instant anime intro right here. Like this is good quality stuff. Like as in it could be used as something. It probably is. I wouldn't be surprised if it is, but I'm not entirely sure if it is. Are you popping pills, Jeff? Yeah, you caught me. I had a vitamin I had to take. I realized it right as I got on stream. I was like, oh no, I need to, well, I guess doing it on air. But I also do need to stay hydrated today. It's a very, we have lots of streams planned, so. But, yeah. He's really got the voice for the solo project thing, too. That's That's what I really noticed. He's got a good voice for starters, but also like it's very. This is really it's the kind of thing where you can have a project based around the vocalist and really carry it. So, yeah. Do you have your bacon with you? No. I do. I do have a burger though that I'll be eating later. Um, yeah. I'm on a very protein intense diet right now, so my snacks are like very extreme. So bacon last night, burger right now. Oh man. Yes, yes, I know I'm ridiculous. So oh man. Yeah, this is really nice. This is really chill. Good guitar riffs. I think he plays a bit of guitar now too, from what I saw in his PVs. All right, so that's a solid start. This is normally like the kind of music that is like I take for granted, I guess. Because it's got a very mainstream friendly sound to it. So I've heard it done like a lot of different ways. But I definitely I don't want I want to point out that it's like this is one of those cases where it's just being done really well to the point where someone even like me can kind of get into it. So yeah, it's still possible just because other people have done like a similar sound like this, or like that Vivid was known for a sound like this. You can always do it better, and he seems to be doing it better so far. So yeah, let's get into Miss Lily, and we will start in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh wow! All right, starting off much more rockin' than the last track. Oh, I like this already. I could tell this would be really good live. Catchy riffs, catchy drum beat. A little bit of distortion on the voice. Yeah, I like what's being done with the guitars here. Lots of little riffs and sound effects and things like that. I'm not a guitarist, as you can tell, so I'm not the best at describing it, but yeah. Oh, but like the chorus, that's a really solid chorus. Very melodic vocals. Yeah, he's really letting loose now. Yeah, I'm really starting to think this guy's like kind of underrated, to be honest. I mean, he doesn't seem to be underrated like in Japan or like on his like PVs on YouTube. He probably deserves more coverage than he's being given, though, at least internationally. So, um, this is solid stuff. Yeah, he's got that groove down too. Like, yeah, this is nice. Very nice. By the way, if you're watching this in the future, I know some viewers they can't make the streams today. Feel free to comment. I'll respond to the comments and stuff like that. So yeah, feel free to comment on the recording. Very catchy. Very nice. So underrated. I talk about him so much to bring more attention to him, to be honest. Well, we'll make sure to cover him more in the future. I know we've covered him on podcasts and stuff like that in the past, but this is really solid stuff. Very nice, very nice. Oops, let me pause it real quick. Yeah, so that was very solid, very, very, very good stuff. Yeah, I like that one. That one's definitely that one's definitely like very catchy. So we're already on the non promo tracks, if you will, and I'm not really seeing hearing a drop in quality or attention being paid to the songs and stuff. So that's a really good sign. So we'll go ahead and jump into Nine Deadly Sins next, and we'll start that in. Oh, and this looks like it's going to be a transition track. It's a little short. Well, I guess we'll find out. So 3, 2, 1, play. Nine Deadly Sins. Huh? I wonder what the two extra ones are. It's like what are the 7 deadly sins? Like sloth, lying, greed. They're probably like liking your own tweet is the 8th deadly sin, and then what else? Liking your own tweet is definitely the 8th deadly sin. I know that. And then the 9th deadly sin might be excessive use of XD, which I'm absolutely guilty of. So, oh wow. So it got rocking again. Very heavy. Switched to something very heavy compared to how this started, but with some very soothing vocals over it. I like it. See him bobbing my head. It's got that groove. It's got that groove going on. It's very pretty. Again, more solid guitar work. I always appreciate that when it's on a solo project. Okay, that was good. We'll just jump right into the next one, which is Fears and Drugs. I like that name. That's pretty solid. Yeah, let's we can just hop right into that one. I wish Nine Deadly Sins were longer. It's my fave so far. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, that could have been a whole song, to be honest. But yeah, that was pretty rad. So, all right, Fears and Drugs. In 3, 2, 1, play. Ooh, again, great guitar work, man. For a solo project, this is really solid. Oh man. Fears and drugs are probably the two extra sins. That's a good point, though. It would make sense. Oh, this is nice. See, it's like soft singing, and it's like kind of a pseudo ballad, but then they have some nice guitar work going on, some choice drums. This is like how you do light music and keep people engaged. Because you have the people that are like, this is like they're really into this stuff, like this kind of a sound, which isn't me, but for me that's like metal music, like breakdowns, like, you know, high adrenaline stuff. But then for people who are like me, that are like, I like this stuff when it's done really, really well, that's how you like get people like me, I think. And again, popped right into a really solid chorus. Very solid. Welcome to those of you joining us. Looks like the tweet got a little delayed in auto sending. Yeah, we're on track 5 Fears and Drugs, if you want to sync up, the play bar's up top in this window. And we'll be syncing in between tracks as well. Yeah, pretty solid stuff. Yeah, that guitar playing and that drumming, it's like he's going for it, man. It's very gripping, you know. I like it. And then, yep, and then the chorus hits just right. Very solid. Really melodic voice. It's very solid. Did I mention this is very solid? Very nice. He really can let loose with that voice when he needs to, or wants to, or feels like it. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Um, yeah, it was very solid. Very. I gotta stop. I gotta come up with something else to say besides very solid. But that's really the impression I get. Is like, this is really, really good for what it is, and what it is something that's been done by a lot of people. And I'm impressed that he's able to keep me hooked as much as he's keeping me hooked. In spite of that, so very good. Mad Punky Heartless says this song gives me like early 2000s rock vibes. It's kind of nostalgic in a way. Yeah, I can totally see that. I could see that on like this whole album, really. But with that like 2018 production, that's just like so good at this point. It's really solid. So next up, we've got Dilaculo. Interesting name. I always wonder, I've come to learn that these names, it's like you don't underestimate them just because they're like using English wording and it seems like random pretend Latin or pretend in a foreign language. A lot of these artists, they actually really do their homework. The Gazette, for example, has taught me a lot of words I didn't even know existed in the English language, like déraciné, which is a French word that is included in the English language. You know, so I'll have to look up what this is after the stream. But yeah, so starting this in 3, 2, 1, play. Woo. Hitting hard with the guitar riffs. I'm hearing a little bit of electronic notes in the background. Not too crazy. That's good. Oh yeah, I can see what you mean about the nostalgic thing, Mad Punky Heartless. This is almost like a new metal vibe to it. Yeah, this is good. He's adding more and more passion with each of these releases. Like they're getting more and more engaging. I like that. I looked it up on Google just now. It says Dilaculo is Latin for early. Oh, well, there you go. Really, really impressed with the guitar work and the drums. That's like a recurring trend. You know, this is solid. Um, that voice is really strong, really solid. Man, this album's really flying by. I'd say they're like the ideal. Well, I was gonna say they seem like the ideal length, but they seem kind of short, don't they? The tracks. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull up the track links in a different window. I don't want to mess with my iTunes window I've got up on stream. But there's nothing wrong with a short album. Actually, I think like these shorter albums are probably like a really good idea for. Oh, it's still going. Sounds like a prelude to the next song, maybe. Okay, I'll pause it regardless. So, yeah. Sorry, let me get that pause real quick. Yeah, I think these shorter albums, it's still pretty. That might be a good move for like it's almost like an EP length, like a really long EP. Just 9 tracks. I think that's good for these solo artists as they get started. You know, getting people hooked, having these short, complete products. Probably works in their favor as they build up a fan base or work to build up a fan base. So next up we have Paradox. So we're going to go ahead and start that in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh man. Very new metal, man. I'm really feeling the new metal here. Like this is bringing back Linkin Park vibes in this intro. And there's nothing wrong with that, trust me. Some good solid riffs in the background during the verse as he sings. Really does keep you engaged. He jumps up to falsetto with no problem too. It doesn't feel like it was a. His voice is so high up already that it's like he can just flip right into falsetto without it seeming like a huge, without it seeming jarring, I guess. He's singing about breaking it down. Yeah, you can just croon with no problem, man. Oh, nice little guitar solo, or slow guitar solo with the new metal power chords in the background. I really like this, man. This is really good. Yeah, I don't think the industry can afford to pass up on this guy, to be honest. Like this is really solid. This is all put together. This is just like, this seems like a promoter's dream, to be honest. Like, especially like in an age where I'm seeing more bands getting formed where they're solid bands, but the vocals need work. I think that's like a new trend in the indie scene. And they're getting by with like the creative concept as the vocalist like, you know, like learns a style, and I get that like SHIN is a much more experienced artist, of course, but this is like really good quality vocals. So yeah, man, like anybody that's like still a little bummed that there's been so much heavy music lately, like this is your album, man. This is your guy. You know, between this and LMC and Acme, which we'll be doing a live reaction listening party for next. Yeah, like these are your guys, man. We're having a comeback in terms of like the lighter music, and that is not a bad thing at all. Bringing balance to the force, so to speak. All right, now we're doing "Glamorous Sky," which I believe was a single. There's a PV put out for it, I believe. So yeah, coming up towards the end of the album, so we'll see how they wrap it up. I don't actually recall if I ever heard this song fully, at least. So, but we'll get into it. So, 3, 2, 1, play. Oh man, listen to that vibrato. He can hold it, Yeah, this is very, very anthemic. It's giving me like Acid Black Cherry vibes too, which is never a bad thing. There's plenty of space in the market that Acid Black Cherry operates. It's part of why he's so beloved, is because there's so few artists that are able to nail this sound. Oh, that would be a really good opener for Acid Black Cherry. It would be SHIN. Unless this is his preferred style of singing, I do feel like he could put a little bit more control on his vocals. But other than that, I do love his voice, and he sings really well. Yeah, I'm kind of evaluating the raw talent on the album, but I see where you're coming from. You could rein it in a little bit. It'll be interesting because you could get away with there's a lot you could not get away with, but do with like letting your voice go wild like that. You just have to have your music kind of match it, your backing music. Yeah, it really does let the vibrato go. I'm seeing your point, yeah. But I think the quality is like the winning factor, that it's just like oh, maybe that's a little unnecessary, but like, oh, it was like really nice too. It's like when a metal band that's like really good at, like, the vocalist has like an amazing voice, and he just like, it's like an unnecessary growls in different places, like, but it's like it's hard to complain about it because it's like, oh, I really like that. Thank you for pushing this so much, Mad Punky Heartless. I think I actually picked this out, and then I think you brought it up in one of our chats, in the live chat of one of our streams. A lot of websites had missed that. Whoops! I just resized the window by accident. um, a lot of websites I saw had missed listing him in their releases, so we made a point that when we got ours out, when we did, to include it. And then I took a listen to the album before, and I was like, oh man, this is solid stuff. So Mad Punky Heartless with the deep cuts. The deep anime boy cuts. It's a very, very catchy chorus for sure. I definitely agree. See, it's very digestible. It's a short album. Very nice, quick listen. This is like a really good way to advertise yourself, to promote yourself as an artist. It's just the length I'm like actually pretty happy with, because for someone like me, this is like, all right, I'm gonna try it out, and then it's like, well, this is not a huge amount of time commitment, and I'm getting a lot of quality out of it. So yeah, I've got a really good impression personally. So okay, last song on the EP, or on the album, and I guess the other one they've got here is this is a music video from what I understand. Or no, it's a video, but it's like a live video. I'm not actually sure if it works in Apple Music. I'm not gonna play it and try just to avoid any copyright issues, but definitely see if you can play it in your on your music app, if it's available. That's one nice thing about Apple Music I've noticed. I don't know if it works that way on Spotify. I don't think it does, but if a single or an album comes with a music video, like on iTunes, it'll come with it on Apple Music, and you've just got it right there in your playlist, like or in your track list along with everything else. It's pretty cool. So All right, last track is This Is Our Way. And we'll go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1, play. Didn't Winona say Glamorous Sky was a cover? You know what it might be? Didn't. I can look that up. Yeah, it's a cover. Um, isn't it a? I want to say it's a. Is it a Hyde song? No, it's not a Hyde song. Mika Nakashima. It's a. It's a song by Mika Nakashima. Acid Black Cherry is covered in it. Looks no, maybe. Well, okay, wait, hold on. I'm seeing a lot of covers actually. um, yeah, okay, it's Mika Nakashima's song. Yeah, it was released under the name Nana or Nana, starring Mika Nakashima. So I guess she goes by both Nana or Mika Nakashima. It was composed by Hyde, actually. Sorry, I should be commenting on this song that's playing. This Is Our Way. It's very, very solid for an outro, I will say. Good follow up to Glamorous Sky. I guess this is his own take on that style. A very gentle voice. He's rating it in a little bit there, as the piano plays in the background. Yeah, this is a solid song. But yeah, a lot of people have covered Glamorous Sky. Yeah, this has that same catchy hook and stuff in the chorus, or that catchy beat as Glamorous Sky does. He hits those high notes too, man. It's really nice. I am much impressed. Oh, I missed the chat, or the one message I was going to read. You're welcome. I'm glad you're giving Shin a chance. It means a lot to me. Yeah, no problem. Anytime. Yeah, anybody that has requests and stuff like that, feel free to let us know. Join our Discord if you haven't already. Links in the description, and post links, post requests. We have a section for VKH Live where you can do just that. That's a nice way to end it. Nice little synths, nice guitar chords on the outro. All right, very nice. Yeah, very good. I would say this is a nice measured improvement over the first one, his first album, Good Morning Dreamer. I think that one was this one was a bit reined in compared to it. I think he got out like heavy parts during heavy parts and light parts during light parts, and things flowed a lot better. I think in this, because that really flew by. I mean, I know we haven't been streaming that long, but that was definitely really impressive pacing on the album. I definitely approve. So, but yeah, more depth on this. general improvement in the vocals, I would say. There's more variety. Guitar and drums were like surprisingly really solid compared to like what you would come for the vocals and stay for the instrumentation, I think. So I wish there was a soft ballad or something though, kind of like on Good Morning Dreamer. Weekend on Good Morning Dreamer is my favorite song by him. Yeah, I actually heard that song for the first time the other day, and that's a very good song. So yeah, this could have benefited from a ballad. Maybe draw it out a little bit more. It could have ended with they could have thrown on another, or he could have thrown on another ballad at the end, if you wanted to. But this came out a year after. I don't even know. It may have been less than a year after Good Morning Dreamer came out. So if he's able to, put out music of this quality this quickly and in this kind of a package, I think that's a really good formula for him. I think it's very, it's succinct and it's solid packaging, and I think it's a great way to build a career. So yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in for the reaction. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm definitely impressed. I'm gonna keep an eye on him for sure. We'll make sure to cover him, to continue covering SHIN, and hope you guys enjoyed. We will have a Acme listening party coming up at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. We will be listening through their first full album, Zesho Oka. So definitely check that out. If you missed any of the other live streams while you're, feel free to check those out while you're waiting. I did a live reaction to Jupiter's EP, was pleasantly surprised. And there's a link to that article that has the stream schedule that now has all the links to all the past streams and all the upcoming streams. So, and with that, I will be signing off. Thanks. Peace out.